Have you got some water? Have you got your mats? And if I stand like this, can you all see me? Okay. Okay, well, if I can calm myself down from the excitement of being live, we will begin. Alrighty then, folks. We're going to start seated. I like to be kneeling because I think when you're kneeling, you can create that little curve in your lower back. And hang on a sec. And the little lower back curve is one of those places that can often go a bit wonky. All right. So, sit either comfortably, kneeling, or with your legs crossed, or even on a chair if you haven't done this with me before and you're taking it easy. And we're just going to close our eyes for a moment and go inwards. And that really means just try and forget about what's going on out here and turn your awareness inwards. So imagine we've got arrows pointing outways and we're just bending them back to point in towards us. And when we do that, we can begin to feel maybe how we're just feeling in general. So right now, because I'm excited, I can feel a lot of energy up in my chest. So I'm going to take slightly deeper breaths and I'm going to take that breath right down into the tummy area, into the belly. So that when you breathe, you can feel your belly button just shifting a little bit. A long, deep breath that goes right down into that place. And as you exhale, feel as you exhale, your belly moves back towards your spine, your side seams come in towards center. So inhale, feel your belly expanding. So we're inhaling a long, deep, cool breath that takes your breath down into your pelvis, expands you into your side seams, fills you up into your shoulders, shifting your collarbones. Maybe pause and then exhale. So we're going to move into a rhythm of inhaling, pausing and exhaling. Inhale for a count of maybe 4, 6, 8, whatever feels good. Pause for that same amount. And exhale for that same amount. Inhale. Pause. And exhale. Now, if you haven't done this before, it can be quite challenging. Just breathing can be quite challenging. If you've done it before with me, or before at all, we could add another pause now. So I'm using an 8-beat count. So I'm going to inhale for 8, pause for 8, exhale for 8 and pause again for 8. So I'm going to add a simple movement to this. Starting with your hands together, we're going to inhale and slowly, for our 8 beats, take the arms upwards. And maybe just keeping your hands parallel or bringing them together, you can pause. And then slowly, for your exhale, slowly bringing them back down towards your heart. And pause again. So it's very simple, but it's not necessarily easy to coordinate the movements with your breath. So this is inhaling, pausing up top, exhaling, slowly moving back down the center line, back to your heart. Pausing once again. Inhaling, a feeling of expansion, taking it all the way up. Exhaling. We're going to do 3 more rounds. Inhaling and exhaling are where we're moving, and we're pausing where we're pausing. I've got 2 more rounds. This is the second round. When you've finished your last round, just breathe normally, hands at your heart. If you're not used to deep breathing and regulating your breath and taking it down into the bottom of your torso, then it can sometimes make you feel a little lightheaded. Okay, beautiful. So we're going to come into child's pose now. You can have your knees slightly apart or you can have them together. And we're going to come down like this. If your forehead won't touch the floor, then you can stack your fists underneath your forehead. If your forehead touches the floor just about, then take your knees a little wider. So remember, knees wide or side or together, hands underneath your forehead or stretched out ahead of you. Just stay there for a few breaths. I'm just going to come and see if anyone has made a comment that I need to look at. But just keep breathing. Alexandra, whoa. Okay, thank you. I'll speak up. Okay, I get it. I'll speak up a little more. Alrighty. Keep breathing. So take a breath now and roll all the way forward onto the front of your body. And as you arrive, bring your hands like this underneath your forehead. And we're just going to stretch out along the mat. So from here, what we're going to do is slide our right bent knee up alongside our body. So I'll stand to do this, but you'll be laying down. So you're like this right now, and what you're going to do is bring your right leg up like this while you're still on the floor. And just bring this knee as high as it will go out to the side. And you might feel that something is a little different here, and you might be getting a big stretch through the inside of your thigh. Okay, we're just going to breathe there for a moment or two. You've still got your hands on your forehead like this. Okay, so now from here you're going to press down into your right hand and you're going to thread your left hand underneath. I'll show you, I hope you can see this on the floor. So we've been here like this. We're going to press down into the right hand, thread your left hand underneath, bring one hand on top of the other and bend your top elbow so you can open out behind you. So we've threaded the left arm underneath, both hands together. The top hand you're bending and bringing out behind you like this, so that we've kind of got this effect. Okay. Now the leg that's across your body It might be bent, you might straighten it out somewhat, but try and take your knee away from the floor. If your knee comes close to the floor, then your back arm comes up. If you can lengthen your leg and take the knee away, you kind of get this seesaw effect and your shoulders will come closer to the floor. So what you should be feeling is your shoulder blades are coming in behind you. You've got a beautiful stretch across your chest and into your arms, and you're kind of rotating the spine all the way down to your heel, the standing heel, so to speak. Press that heel away, lengthen the back of your legs, and keep that energy coming all the way up out through the crown. So I'm kind of doing what you're doing, hopefully, except I'm standing up, kind of standing up. Okay, so when you're ready to come out of this, we're going to bend the back arm, retrace the steps, and roll back round onto your belly. Onto your belly so that your hands are underneath your forehead and you're wide again. Okay? Just take a moment there, and then we're going to do the same on the other side. So you're like this on the floor, and we're going to take the left leg up the side of the body and just pause there for a few breaths. And then you can press down into your left hand and thread the right one beneath until you can bring both hands together. I'll show you this again just in case it's a bit confusing. I think you can see me. So, left leg was up, you press down into the left hand, thread the other hand behind so that your shoulder's on the floor, one hand on top of the other, and take it out behind you. The leg that's across your body, you might lengthen it, it might stay bent, it might get a little longer, but try and take the knee off the floor. Remember, your knee comes down, your arm comes up. The underneath leg, the leg that you're standing on, so to speak, have that beautifully long. Press your heel away, lengthen the back of your leg, lengthen your tailbone. And we're taking a nice deep breath down into the lower belly. Back of the neck long, jaw relaxed. Few breaths there. We're going to take the back arm, bend the elbow, bring your leg back towards the other one, roll onto your belly, and come back into this position. And then when you're ready, come back again into child's pose. So hopefully we're back in child's pose. Wonderful. Okay, so here we go. From child's pose, walk your hands back underneath your shoulders, turn yourself onto your feet, at least 2 fist widths apart. They might be 3 fist widths depending how it feels. We're going to fold at the hips and dangle in ragdoll. So, if you're not used to ragdoll, remember to keep your knees bent. We need the knees bent so that you don't bend at the waist, because we do that all too often. So This is what bending at the waist looks like with straight knees. Bend the knees and see if you can tip forward from your hips, closing the gap between your ribs and your thighs. Your arms, they could just dangle. If you're finding this a little tough on your lower back or your hamstrings, you could even be hands or elbows on your knees, and just try and find a place where you can relax your head and your neck and your upper back like this. If you're more flexible, you can hold on to your elbows like this. So just dangle and breathe. All good. Dangle and breathe. Loosen your spine, feel as if you're unfolding from the base all the way up to the crown of your head. Imagine the crown of your head is dangling towards the floor and you're just freeing any tension in your shoulders and your upper back. Okay, just a moment more. All good. Okay, we're going to move on now. So, this is where, if you haven't been with me before, you might need to come on to all fours. You can always come on to all fours whenever you need to, okay? You don't need to stay in any of the poses I'm going to do. And if you can't hold them for any length of time, come down, come up again. What we're going to do is go into a sequence that's based on a sun salutation. So, from here, from dangling, we're going to slowly start rolling up through the spine. If your back doesn't like that, you can come up with a straight back like this through chair pose. If your spine likes to come up, rolling up, you can come up like this. And here we are in Tadasana. So Tadasana, 2 fist widths apart at your heels. Imagine that you're pressing down and out through your feet, lengthening up through the back of your legs, lifting your kneecaps, bringing the energy up into your pelvis. We're grounding the tailbone, but we're not tucking it. There's a little curve in your lower back. Just slide one of your hands into your lower back there so you can feel the curve. So just to recap, we've pressed down into the feet, we're lengthening up through the back of the legs, lifting the kneecaps, feeling a little curve in the lower back, and then bring your other hand onto your chest here. So this part, you're lifting upwards. Back of the neck long, jaw relaxed, crown of the head lifted. So, from here, start inhaling, taking your arms up, a bit like we did when we were doing the breathing. Take them all the way up to the top and start bringing them back down the center line. And as your hands come past your waist, you're going to fold again. Knees bent or knees straight. And then from there, walk your hands forward into downward dog. So downward dog might be very high tiptoes. It might be heels closer to the floor. You might have your knees bent
Remember, I'm trying to get you to lengthen the back of your waist rather than have a curve there. So if you can see, my back has got some length to it. If I was to put the heels down and do this, it's not quite as nice through the lower back. So wiggle your feet into a place where you can feel you're lifting your sitting bones. So we're taking a few breath cycles here. Remember, you can come down onto all fours like this. If you haven't done this before, you might feel a bit wristy, and therefore you'll need to just give your wrists a break every now and then. Wiggle your fingers, flex your hands. You can even come onto fists if it's really not too happy. And if you're on fists, keep your thumbs facing forwards. So it could look like this. Everybody's downward dog looks slightly different. So from here, we're going to bring the feet together, and you might be kneeling, you might bring your knees slightly closer. And we're going to lift a leg. I'm doing it on all fours now in case you need to be there. And we're going to take the right leg in underneath us and step it through. And you can move the foot slightly forward with your hand. So kneeling, all of us, whether you came through from downward dog or all fours, we're now in a kneeling lunge. And so you might have your hands on the floor, you might bring your hands to your leg here. And we're just broadening the chest once again, lifting from the back leg, push down into your back knee so you're not kind of sagging, and feel the energy moving up out of the crown. Okay, let's take a breath and inhale up. And then we're going to exhale and bring it down the center line. Hands to the floor, knees back together. From here, we're going to do a kneeling plank. So from here, lengthen through your torso, bend your elbows, come down, hips and chin. Flatten your feet, press down, lengthen the back of your legs, inhale into a low cobra. Exhale, come back down. Turn your toes beneath you, push with your hands, come back up through half plank, into all fours, and then into downward dog. Walk your hands back, dangle in ragdoll, and push the floor away, coming up. Free your arms, come all the way up and come back to your heart. So it's quite a basic sequence, and we're going to do it again on the left side. So let's inhale up. Exhale, fold. Walk your hands forward into downward dog or all fours. Lift your head, connect to your belly. Free your left leg and step it through. All of us are bringing the back knee down. Hands on the floor or hands on your knee. Press down into the back knee, lift out of your hips, lift your undercarriage, draw your belly in, broaden across your chest. Now let's inhale. Exhale, come down the center line. Hands down, knees together. Kneeling plank. And come all the way down. Flatten the tops of your feet. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, back down. Turn your toes under. You could come back up through half plank or come to all fours. Turn your toes beneath you and come into downward dog. Walk your hands back towards your feet and dangle in ragdoll. Okay, let's press the floor away, roll up if your back is happy, come up through chair pose if your back is not happy, all the way up and exhale back to your heart. Okay, so that's the basic structure. We're going to add to that. Just stand in Tadasana again and ground yourself, bringing your big toe mound and your little toe mound into the mat, the center of your heel. Press down and out with your feet without moving them. Feel the back of your knees long. Lift your kneecaps, ground your tailbone, draw into your belly, up through your heart, out through your crown. Inhale, let's go up again. Exhale, fold. Take your hands forward. Now you can stick to the first version. You can always go back to the first version. You can be on your knees anytime rather than being in downward dog. So this time, this works on all fours as well. I'm going to bring my feet together at the center line and free my right leg and inhale it up. Exhale it back down. Inhale the left leg up, nice and long, it doesn't have to be high. You could bend the supporting leg if you need to and bring it back down. This works on all fours. Inhale the right leg up and bring it back down. Inhale the left leg up and bring it back down. So from there, all of us are going to take the right leg once more, draw it in underneath and step it through. So now I'm in a long lunge. You could be in a kneeling lunge still. Remember, that's where we were first time. Or you can be in a long lunge like this. And then we're going to take it up. So press heel to ball in your front foot. Press into the ball of your back foot. You could bend the back leg a little if you need to. Press down into your feet, press the floor away and feel the energy coming upwards. If you've got your balance, bring your hands to your heart. You could even take your hands upwards. So we might be here for 3 breath cycles. Inhale and exhale. At any time you can bring this back leg down. You don't need to have your arms up. They could be out here if your shoulders aren't happy. You could have them at your heart. Any of those are good. Just try and be in some kind of pose that has you in alignment rather than come into this one and be all over the place. So just pick the place where you can easily hold it for at least 3 breath cycles. So right now I'm going to take the arms back up again. Inhaling. I'm going to exhale, hands back down, step this right leg back to the back of the mat. So this might take you into plank. If plank isn't your thing today, bring your knees down. Draw your belly away from the floor. No sagging, bagging and dragging. Okay, I'm going to bend my elbows, skim them past my body and come all the way down to the mat. Flatten your feet. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, come back down. Turn your toes beneath you, push back up either to kneeling plank or to plank plank. Plankety plank. or then come into downward dog again. And then walk your hands back towards your feet, dangle in ragdoll. Remember, you're either rolling up or coming up through chair pose. I'm going to come up through chair pose in case you're not quite sure what I mean by that and your back isn't too happy. So your knees are bent, you're taking a lot of the strength, you're grounding yourself down into your big muscles of your legs. Move your arms around and about and push the floor away. Can you see my back is straight? We're supporting the lower back. We're pressing through the legs and we're lifting in the belly. Push the floor away. You might be a little wobbly, that's okay. And come back to your heart. Oh good, we're going to do that on the left. So let's inhale. Exhale, fold. Coming down, down, down. Knees bent if they need to. Walk your hands forward. Remember, all fours or downward dog. If you're feeling wristy, you can even come down onto your forearms like that. That works just as well. So I'll show you on my forearms. So left leg, take it out behind and lengthen. And bring it back down again. Draw the knee in. Let's take the other one out. Right leg. And bring it back down. Keep pushing into your arms so that your chest doesn't sag. Left leg, take it up. Bring it back down, draw it in. And the other leg. Right leg. And come back in. So you know, those of you that know me know I can't count to 3. So I'm not sure if I've done 3 rounds. But I'm going to take left leg up last time. Draw your knee through. And take it forward. Okay, so not all of you will be able to do that. So what you can do is come down, take the leg forward. Give it a shove. It doesn't matter if you shove the leg forward. It's a yogic shove. Okay, we're coming back to here. Some of you might be in high lunge. Your high lunge might have a slightly bent back knee. It might have a long leg. Remember, pick the one that you can do more easily so that you can work on building the strength in that version. And then we can move up to a different version. They're not even what I'd say more advanced, they're just different depending how it's feeling in your body. And we always want to be in the alignment where we can improve the range of motion and build strength. Otherwise, you're never going to progress. So, here we are. Draw your belly away from your thigh. Don't have it sitting on your thigh. I know we've all been doing a lot of sitting. We might have been doing too much eating just recently as well. So, press heel to ball in your front foot. Press into the ball of your back foot. If you're feeling it in your back hip, soften the back leg. I know it's challenging when we're staying here for a while. Yeah, I'm talking again. I'm just trying to distract you. Okay, we're good. Inhale up. Exhale down the center line. This is the tricky bit. We're going to fold forward without collapsing. Yikes, can you feel it here? Step back into maybe downward dog and plank, maybe straight into plank, maybe kneeling plank. I'm going to go downward dog, plank. So you might try plank on for size, see how it fits, keep lifting your belly. You might need to bring your knees down and do kneeling plank, and then bend your elbows and come down to the floor. Now some of you, that's not possible. So what you can do is come more onto all fours and come down onto your elbows and then settle yourself to the mat. There's something for everyone, okay? Hands underneath your shoulders. Here we go, inhale. Exhale. Now we're going to do this 3 times this round. So inhale. Now can you see my elbows are a little bent? Keep them bent, elbow points moving downwards so that your shoulders come away from your ears. You know, one of my pet hates is this. So bend your elbows, your neck grows out of your shoulders. You might even be here. Okay, we feel it in the back of the arms. Let's come down. Okay, back through kneeling plank or half plank. Slightly different this time. We're going to come back into child's pose. So if you are not used to this, or if you haven't been to class for about 10 days now, then bring your hands just by your side in child's pose and maybe circle your hands, play air piano. So we're going on to another round. So let's bring ourselves onto our feet once again. Remember, you can be in either of the 2 rounds that we've just done. Push the floor away and come up. I'm rolling up this time. Remember, you might come up through chair pose and come to Tadasana. Feet 2 fist widths apart. Press down into your big toe mound, your little toe mound, the centre of your heel. Lengthen the back of your knees, lift your kneecaps, lift through your belly, ground through your tailbone, lift through your heart. Let's inhale up. Exhale, hands down the centre line, folding at your hips, knees bent. Walk your hands forward into puppy dog or downward dog or all fours. Right leg lifting. We're doing alternate leg lifts. Take it up. And bring it back down. If you really aren't keen on the leg lift, you can always take the leg in underneath and lengthen it up. Left leg. And come back down. Push your shoulders away from your ears, right leg. Push your hands away, push down and out with your hands. And bring your triceps towards each other, broadening your collarbones. Elbows moving away from your ears. Left leg, second time I believe. And coming back down. Right leg, third time. And back down. I got a feeling I might be on 4th time. But this next leg lift, we're going to bring the left leg through and step it forward. No, we're not. We're going to bring the right leg through and step it forward. Right leg through. Okay, press heel to ball. Take the energy up to your midsection. Take it all the way up. We're in a high lunge. We're going to turn this into warrior 2. So the back foot, you're going to pivot round, leave the front leg where it is, settle your back heel down. So if you look at the side of your back foot, it should run parallel to the short edge of your mat. I've got about 1 metre or more between the front heel and the back heel. So we're going to widen the arms, lengthen all the way through to your fingertips. You're pressing out into the side seam of your front leg. We're lifting the energy from the inner arch up through the inner ankle bone, inside seam all the way to the groin, and from the outside heel up through the outside of the leg. Okay. So from here, we're going to do reverse warrior. So turn your hand up. This hand, the back hand, has got 3 choices. You can either hover it about here, you could bring it onto the hip, or you could bring it onto your leg.
And then this top hand is going to reach up, and you might have a lot of lengthening through the side here and come into reverse warrior. Remember, hand could be on your hip or it could be hovering. Okay, so your head, you might look up, you might look out or down. Find a place where your neck is happy. Okay, let's inhale, widen the arms, widen, widen. We're now going to bring the hand or the elbow onto the front leg. So I've got the hand there. This back arm, it could come along the horizon, like this, or it can come over the top. Okay, I know it's tough on your legs right now, especially if you've been sitting for days, not going out, having one walk a day. Okay, so let's inhale, reverse warrior once again. If this front leg is feeling a bit achy, just lengthen it for a nanosecond and bend it again. Okay, let's do side angle pose. Your choice, elbow or hand, maybe taking it over the top or along the horizon. This shoulder, keep it away from your ears. Okay, again, I know this front leg is a little achy right now. This is the last time. Okay, achy, achy. Let's come over. So, with my elbow on my front knee, I'm going to drop the front hand down, turn towards the mat, bend the back knee, bring this front leg to the back leg, and we're going to go into heart chakra pose. And that looks like this. So here I'm on high kneeling in the lower body, meaning my knees are underneath my hips. Bottom is kind of over the knees or a little behind, and you're lengthening so that you can put your forehead on the floor. Okay, let's take the body down to the mat. So I'm going to do 3 cobra cycles again. If your wrists aren't happy, then what you can do is slide your hands alongside your body here and come up like this. So I'll do the Shalabhasana, the locust version right now, but you can do cobra or this version. So let's inhale. Long legs, strong legs. Exhale, come down. Inhale, locust. Exhale, come back down. Inhale. And come back down. Pause there for a moment. Hands beneath your shoulders. We're going to come back into child's pose once again. Through all fours. And onto your feet, walking back into ragdoll. Bend your knees, push the floor away. I'm doing chair pose this time, come all the way up. And exhale down. So we've got the left side to do. And after the left side, we're going to be moving on to something else. So if you're feeling you can't last much longer, just bear with me, we're nearly done, okay? So, feet 2 fist widths apart. Press down into your big toe mound, little toe mound, centre of your heel. Lengthen up through the back of your knees, lift your kneecaps. Feel the energy drawing up into your pelvis. Ground your tailbone without tucking. Lift up through your breastbone and out through the crown of your head. Let's inhale up. Exhale. Walk your hands forward.
Now we're only going to do leg lifting once each side this time, okay? So we're going to start with the left leg. Inhale the left leg. Remember your supporting leg might be bent. Bring it back down. Inhale the right leg. And bring it down. Inhale the left leg. Draw it through and step it forward. So some of you might need to come down onto all fours and then step it forward. Okay, from there we're coming up into high lunge. So in a moment, if I carry on like this, I'm going to have my back to you. So I'm just going to turn round, but I'm still going to be using my left leg. Okay, so left leg, we're pressing heel to ball. Back knee might be a little bent. It might be lengthened. Lift up through your belly. Now, if this part of your body feels a bit restricted, that's why you might need to bend the back knee. Because as much as possible, we're bringing the shoulders over the hips to help keep us grounded, the energy moving down, and then we're spreading it into the things that are touching the floor, which are our feet right now. Okay, we're going to inhale the arms up. And then we're going to come into Warrior Two. So, I'll lead the way if you're not sure. The front leg stays where it is. We're going to pivot round on the back foot, settle the back heel. When you look at the back heel, it's either parallel with the short end of the mat. If you have the flexibility, then your foot is at a diagonal. The front leg, we're lifting up from the inner arch, through the ankle, through the inside of the leg and into the groin. We're pressing that leg backwards. The side seam is moving backwards, okay? Heel to ball in the front foot, ball to heel in the back foot. And we're pausing here for a couple of breaths. Lengthen all the way through to your fingers so that your fingers feel strong. We're taking the energy up from the floor, from the earth, into our body, and then we're sending it through the arms, through the fingers. We're moving the energy through our body. We've got this vertical here, as well as this horizontal. Okay, you ready? Reverse warrior. So we're going to turn the front hand, and the front hand is going to go upwards. The back hand may be hovering, maybe on your leg, maybe on your hip. So take the front hand up. It might just go straight up. You might have enough wherewithal to come slightly back. So this is the leg here. The front leg is probably going to be feeling it right now. If you need a moment's relief, lengthen the front leg somewhat and then bring your knee back into position. Okay, so let's do side angle pose. Elbow or hand on the leg, and the back hand circles over the top or it comes along the horizon. If you've got shoulder issues, along the horizon here is sometimes a little bit more comfortable. What's happening with your belly? Don't let it hang down in that space. No sagging, bagging or dragging. Okay, let's inhale, come up, reverse warrior. Side angle pose. Reverse warrior. So this is the last time. So, back foot, lift your heel, drop this arm down. Let's bring the back knee down and bring the knees together. We're going to come into heart chakra pose. Okay, walk it forward.
bottom over your knees. If you're feeling it's very heavy in your shoulders, it's generally because you pitched too far forward, like this. Okay, move it back a little. The weight of your bottom behind your knees will take it out of your shoulders. Your elbows might be bent, your arms might be longer. Okay, from there, we're going to roll forward onto the belly. Remember, we're nearly done. You can do Cobra or you can do the Shalabhasana version. I'll do the Shalabhasana version once again, the locust version. Inhale up. Remember, if you're doing Cobra, it looks like this. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Pause there for a moment and then come back into child's pose. Just here, okay? So you might have knees together, knees apart. You might have your hands stacked underneath your forehead. And then from there, we're going to come round onto our backs. I'm going to come out long ways here so you can see what I'm doing. So, onto your back, pause there for a moment, and then bend your knees and bring your feet flat on the floor. Feet 2 fist widths apart. We're going to bring the knees down to the right hand side, keeping the feet where they are. So they're going to come over to the right. So this is windscreen wipers. And if you want a little bit more in this top leg, just wiggle your back foot behind you a little more, and that will give you a deeper stretch through the thigh. Your hands are out, shoulder width. If you have the space behind you, you can reach your arms into the space behind. And you're just taking a few breath cycles here. Okay, so reposition your feet if you shifted them. Inhale, bring your knees up. So just check that as you bring your knees down, that your feet don't shift. If you just take a quick look at my feet, I hope you can see them. My feet stay where they are and they just go onto their edges like this. What often happens is your body wants to make it easier, so it will step your feet together and then allow you to bring it down. So keep your feet where they are, slightly more challenging, and you might not go so far, but just do what you can. If you're used to this and you need to take this back foot a little further out, then you can. You're just breathing, feeling what's going on in your body. You might feel your heart rate is a bit quicker. You might be requiring a little deeper breath. So let's take an inhale, and as you exhale, belly to your spine, bring your knees back up. So we're going to do one more stretch before Shavasana, and this is going to target the buttock area. So we're going to bring the feet together. We're going to do reclined Gomukhasana.
We're going to bring the right leg over the left leg with no gap, or as little gap as possible between your thighs. Feel the length of your body from your armpits to your hips. Be conscious of what happens in both sides, and we're going to bring the knees in towards us. And you can have your hands on your knees like this and just hug them in. And for some of you, that's going to give you a really good stretch. That's all you need to do. Some of you might want to go down the leg a little more and pull from your shins in towards your body. You can amplify this a little by lengthening away or lifting your feet away from the body. And if you do that, you might be able to go down a little further and pull inwards. So the thing that's working the most is probably my biceps, my arms, as I pull my feet towards my head end. It's not necessary. Remember, you might be here holding your knees. We're all on a different place. You might be holding your shins. You might go down towards your ankles and come in like this. And if you look at your legs, they're a little like handlebars of a bicycle. Imagine you're holding the handlebars of a bicycle. Now think back to your side waist. Has your right side particularly become a little kinked? Has it become shorter? Push your right buttock away from you. Steer your right sitting bone away from you. Okay, we're going to release and bring the feet back together. And then we'll do the same on the other side. So feet together, knees together, heels back towards you. Cross the left leg over the right leg, as little gap as possible between your thighs. Remember the sides of the waist. We're going to be focused on the left side in a moment to see if that has lost its length just around the waist. So let's bring the knees in. And it could feel completely different this side, easier or more difficult. So you might be holding your knees, one hand on each knee. You might move down a bit towards your shins. You might be able to lift your legs with the same resistance and draw from your ankles. Now what's going on with that left side waist? Just here. Do you need to lengthen your left sitting bone away from you to straighten out this kink? And yes, it will increase what's going on in that buttock. So you shouldn't be pushing to the place where you can hardly breathe. If you're there, come back from that place. You should be in a kind of a range of motion, in a range of feeling that feels like you're on your leading edge, but you haven't jumped over the edge. No jumping over the edge. So remember, keep breathing, jaw relaxed. Okay, so bring the feet back down. You might need windscreen wipers again from Mo. But I'm just going to bring the feet together once again, lengthen the right leg up, back of the knee long, one hand low, one hand high. Invite the leg towards you. You could lengthen the other leg away from you. So the knee is maybe straight, it's maybe bent. We're trying to bring the thigh closer to the ribs. It doesn't matter if the top leg is bent. Don't forget your underneath leg. That's still got a nice flexed foot. Back of the leg long, all the way up. Okay, let's try it on the other side. So change legs, knees bent to start with. Take the left leg up, support it, one leg high, one leg low. Don't be cruel to your leg here because, you know, I can't see what you're doing. So I've got to trust you that you're not pushing too hard. Okay, let's lengthen the other leg. Remember, you're on your leading edge, you're not jumping over the edge. You can still breathe, you're not gritting your teeth. You especially haven't got this going on with your chin and your head and your neck. So if necessary, take the leg a little further away so that you can lengthen through this area, through the shoulders and neck and the back of the head. Keep the back of the neck long. If you want extra, and you know how I like extra all the time, so flex your foot. You'll feel the top of your foot is really nice and active there. Then separate your toes and bring your toes back towards you. You'll get even more through here. We neglect our feet. Okay, so let's bend that leg and lengthen it to the end of the mat. Take your feet comfortably wide now. Tuck your shoulder blades beneath you. Turn your palms to face upwards, and we'll just breathe for a couple of minutes here. You can stay here much longer. You don't need to sit up when I do. We're just going to relax fully into the mat. So feet nice and wide, toes rolling open. There's a little curve in your lower back, and you can feel your shoulder blades beneath you. Palms facing the sky. Back of the neck long, jaw relaxed. And feel your eyelids closed. Not scrunched up, just closed so that the corners of your eyes feel soft and relaxed. If your eyes still feel like they're looking all around, even with your eyelids closed, just imagine you're looking down towards your feet. And now from that place, inhale up from the soles of your feet, all the way up through your legs, through your body, out through the crown of your head. Pause with the breath on the inside of the body, and as you exhale, imagine energy is moving back down the sides of your body, back towards your feet. And then from there, inhale once again, come up through your legs, all the way to the crown of your head, maybe out beyond the crown of your head. And then imagine energy tumbling back down the sides of your body, back down towards your feet. And from the soles of your feet, inhale once again. Inhale up through your legs, your body, out through the crown of your head and beyond. Pause. And feel the energy as you exhale, tumbling back down the sides of your body, back towards your feet. Try that a time or two more. Just breathing, feeling the body melting on the floor. Feeling your heart rate come back to its natural pace. Feeling the cleansing effect of those deep breaths. Feeling how your body feels calm and settled on the mat. So if you want to stay here, if you feel it's a positive place for you to be right now, stay where you are
and you can do this next bit when you're ready. But when you're ready, just bend your knees and roll off to your side. And from your side, press into your hands and come to sitting. Any seated pose that feels good. Find a nice straight back. Lifting through your breastbone, out through the crown of your head. And from there, we're going to take another inhale, freeing the arms, like we did right at the beginning. Coming all the way up. Exhaling back to your heart. Take one more inhale. And exhale. Namaste. So, I hope that wasn't too bad with the sound and everything else. We'll try that again sometime.